Hello, and I guess welcome back to Space Engineers. This will be episode 2. We're back down in the mines, mining for iron. We are starting our base, and for that we will need resources and lots of it.
Inventory full.
Well, I'd say that was a successful mining trip. You know, I could do a bit of that Minecraft off-screen mining. If you'd enjoy that, please let me know. I don't want to bore you with all the technical stuff, but if I'm going for a nice and calm thing, then maybe you'd enjoy me padding for time by mining for God knows how long, but who knows? Maybe you'd enjoy that. And if so, I'm perfectly fine. I'm always okay with doing whatever you guys want. And if that includes me doing off-screen mining, then sure. I might just do one a little closer to the bottom. I need more. Okay. How is... We've got some things, which is always good. Okay. Let's add some more steel plates into the mix. Move them right up there. You guys down in the comments can suggest anything for me to talk about. I've got some pretty strong opinions on things, but I enjoy having an outlet to talk about these difficult topics. And I bet you'd like to hear my opinion on things. Unless you don't like internet drama, and well, who can I blame you? So, This is kind of turned into a snake here. Should probably get that back on track. I should be able to... No. Well, yeah, I should be able to somewhat weld that up. See, we've got more components. A lot of this series is going to be mining for content and ores. But that'll just add to the atmosphere, I guess. Who knows? Who am I to say what you guys will like and dislike? If I'm even talking to anyone.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
You know, I wonder how lonely YouTubers get sometimes. I mean, they've got lives of their own, but they've also got, like, this fan base. I mean, most YouTubers are small. Only a couple thousand of them, maybe 100,000 of them actually get up to, you know, being big. But I mean, look how many actually active YouTube channels there are. And you'll see that there's just a ton of people who don't make it that far and they get disinterested. I mean, imagine pouring your life into something and then having it just be for nothing. Well, we've got all of our construction components. Need 10 iron for that. We've got 15 computers. Whoa! Yeah, that was a bit of a lag spike if you ask me. This game actually surprisingly runs well on this computer. I remember running it on this computer before and it being okay, but who knows, maybe it's that GeForce Game Ready driver. You never know. Never know.
Inventory full.
Yeah, on the topic of this game, it's made by, I believe, Keen Software. It's a whole bunch of DLCs for the game. It's honestly pretty crazy. I currently have all of it. So I own... Ooh! There is Gun. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. So I've created a GPS marker for something. Oh, just 41 kilometers that way. Okay. We're actually getting up there, you know? We're starting to do things. But yeah, they've put out a lot of downloadable content. Pretty much all of it is you know, you have to pay to get it. But with each piece of downloadable content, there comes like free downloadable content with it. So like, yeah, every DLC is paid for, but you also get some free stuff when the DLC comes out that's related to the DLC, which I always thought was really cool. But I bought the deluxe edition a while ago, and they added the new DLCs to the deluxe edition, so now I have every DLC, which is honestly pretty crazy. Of course, people out there
Inventory full.
probably aren't gonna have the money to download all the things with cash, which is, I mean, that's just the problem with downloadable content. It's all paid for, but it's gotten to the point where some of it is pay to win, in a sense. I've seen, uh, DLCs that the Warfare 2 DLC has a bunch of guns in it, that it adds, and some of them are, like, PvP wise, pretty overpowered. But I mean, it it all comes down to balancing. I mean, every game has to deal with balance issues. It's just kind of life in a sense for games. Figuring out all of the things. And I mean, like, early game, you're starting out, it gets pretty boring sometimes. Like, I haven't been as deep into the early game, but, like, I haven't gone too far into early game in a while. As I said, I haven't played this game in a while. Over half a year. And that can be pretty jarring when you throw yourself into a game that you haven't played in quite a bit of time. So it's, yeah, it's a lot. And, I mean, it being a lot is kind of the fun of it. I mean, the beauty of this game is just this. Look at the night sky. I can visit that planet at some point. I can visit that planet. I can visit that planet. I can go anywhere in the sky that I want to. But it all requires me to build a spaceship. So I gotta build a spaceship, and that's gonna take time and effort. And that I'm willing to do. And I'm hoping that everybody's gonna be on the ride with me. Let me actually check how long I've been recording. 17 minutes and 45 seconds. That's a little over half the time. I'm gonna aim for around 25 minutes, 30. I'm just digging tunnels here.
Inventory full.
I'm kinda just mind myself. Tunnels going everywhere. But I mean, this game is beautiful. You know how mankind just built spaceships because, you know, they wanted to? It's kind of what this game's about, almost. It's... I mean, it's kind of your own adventure. You can play any story you want to. You can act like you crashed with a drop pod, or you could even build a ship and crash it into the ground and say that you crashed here and now you have to build a ship to go to space. But I mean, that's the thing, it's going to space. You're building a rocket ship. And I mean that's the goal, I feel. The goal for this playthrough, who knows? I feel like, yeah, build a spaceship, go to space. But I mean, we've gotta set a goal. Maybe we could set a goal to kill a faction. Fight the space pirates. But I mean, also, our goal is to, you know, be chill. Build a base. You can kind of chill from all the fighting and do some stargazing. I mean, and mankind is all driven on curiosity, you know. I'm kind of willing to get philosophical here. You know, I mean, you're watching a YouTube video about a space game. You might not want to think about things like where do we come from and stuff, but I mean, I gotta figure out a topic to talk about, you know, entertain y'all by, I mean, I have to talk about something to fill in the blanks here. I'd enjoy getting a recommendation in the comments if anybody has a topic that they want to see me talk about.
Inventory full.
I'm thinking of streaming this, and we could, who knows, we could play, I could play the game and talk to you guys, you know, just chill and think about life, and then I could have conversations with you guys. Hmm? Oh, never unknown signal. These unknown signals give you skins and stuff. they can give you components and things. They're actually kind of useful for early game if you think about it, but I mean, you have to walk 3 kilometers here to get there and then walk 3 kilometers back to your base. It's like, yikes. In that time, you could be mining and getting your own resources, being productive. Almost done with the construction of the steel plates. Hopefully it'll become daytime sometime soon. We can actually see what we're doing. That'd be pretty useful, I believe. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I find this pretty hard to... I mean, I could definitely be somewhat entertaining, but I'm kind of going off of nothing. If you think about it, I gotta find something to talk about. Now for motors, and then more steel plates! Woohoo! Yay! Yeah, I got the steel plates down and the motors. So, we got that. You know, I could edit together a highlights reel of this, you know. I could make a more action-packed series out of just the highlights, the fighting, the actually building instead of mining, the going, ta-da, I actually made a ship instead of grinding for components. I bet that catering to a lot of people is gonna be impossible. You can't cater to everybody's needs. I know a lot about that, but what you can do is find an equilibrium. And I'm gonna try and do that. I could talk about music I've listened to recently. How about I do that? I listen to a lot of electronic music. I don't know what you'd call it. I listen to this guy, Maddox. It's like Maddix. He makes a bunch of music. I actually have a Spotify playlist, not Spotify, SoundCloud playlist of like 60 of his songs mixed with other things. But I listened to that and the Undertale and Deltarune soundtracks. I've got over 150 song playlist of just little songs from those games. You know, I absolutely love Undertale and Deltarune, you know. The story behind it is so funny, and I don't know what you'd call it. Wholesome in some places, you know? Wholesome. Literally all I need. All I need is iron. You know, I mean, at dinner I was thinking about songs and computers. Just recently I got really fascinated with computers, because I mean their processors are literally just electricity arcing between things, and it's so weird that you get this game and you're able to have this going all because of just some electricity sparking between things. It really strikes me funny, you know? Imagine how many hours it took for this person to find out just how to make a computer. Not even just how to make a computer, like, intentionally making a computer, like, just, like, how it works is so just weird, and it's fascinating to me, you know? It's hard to explain. I mean, if you think about it, computers are just wires and circuits and stuff. It's all just things. Okay. Let's see how much iron we need. Around 70 iron ingots. Okay, that's done. I can just dump the rest of the steel plates in there. Okay. But yeah. Music-wise, it's a bunch of Undertale stuff. Undertale and Deltarune. I could probably listen to some of that in the background, but I have to cut it out of the... I have to cut it out of the actual video. But I mean, I can just put it into OBS, not to record audio from the whole computer and just from a single application. Something like that, but probably not exactly like that. I mean, recording things is pretty new to me. I streamed on a different channel. I streamed on Twitch for a bit. I attempted to stream VR games. But I mean, Streamlabs OBS is pretty janky, to say the least. Like, by pretty janky, I mean really janky. Yeah. So, the computer couldn't really handle it, as well as the Wi-Fi not handling it too well either.